Hello, and thank you for watching Erin and Drew's movie Atreus. My name is Drew.
My name is Erin.
Yeah?
Nice.
Yeah, did you like that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I had to do something different. I'm running out of ideas.
You were running out of ideas? Oh no!
Yeah, well, it's a good thing we have gaps between these shows. Otherwise, I would be completely creatively bankrupt. But it's actually Erin and Drew's movie reviews. I'll talk more about the Atreyu thing in a moment, or maybe in a few moments. I don't know when I'll get to it. But as you can see today, we are talking about the never-ending story, which means the show also will probably never end because we'll probably never stop talking about it.
That doesn't end.
It doesn't end.
It goes on and
It just goes on and on forever. But yeah, yeah, this is not quite 40 years old, but it's pretty close. Came out in 1984. Never-ending story. And I don't know how big of a hit it actually was, or was it more of a hit on video?
I'm pretty sure it was more of a hit on video.
Yeah.
I think I didn't do a lot of research, but I do believe it was more just one of those movies you put on when you didn't want to take care of your kids.
Yeah.
And just put on a movie, so they would just watch the TV like this.
Yeah.
Because that's what we did in my house.
Yeah. Or one of
my favorite movies.
Yeah. One of your guardians just says, "Shut up, eat this, and watch that."
It's like, eat your mac and cheese. Don't
Yep.
worry, I'll put hot dogs in it.
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh. It sounds good when you're
You
7, but when you're
hush.
my age, it doesn't sound that good. But I have a reversal of fortune on this because I hadn't seen this in probably literally 25 years.
Wow.
VHS was probably the last time I have seen this film.
Wow.
And I don't remember really loving it at the time. As a matter of fact, I think I might have watched this in school. You know, like on a Friday afternoon before Christmas break, and the teacher has nothing left for you to do. Says, "Here, we're going to watch a movie."
Like, well, that's it for my lesson plan.
Yep.
Roll out the TV.
And someone from the library pushes in the cart with the big TV on it and the VCR. And here, I think I actually did watch this in school once.
Nice.
That's probably the last time I've seen it.
Oh, gosh.
But yeah, I don't remember really loving it at the time. But I watched it a couple days ago on Tubi. And I gotta say, as an adult, I was pretty impressed by this film.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because there's like all kinds of creature work in it, and there's almost zero. Well, there is, I think, zero is CGI really in it at all, and it was pretty great. And despite what I was thought, they're not officially Muppets.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure the technique is very same, but it's not the same company, and it's a copyrighted term, so they can't say they're Muppets.
Right.
But they're basically Muppets. So because they use the puppets and the strings and little people and probably moving the feet in the costume like they do with Jabba the Hutt and all that kind of stuff. But yeah.
Very technical.
Very technical.
Very technical.
Yeah, so this was your pick.
Yes.
So I'll kind of let you put your best foot forward, or your best stone foot forward, or horse's hoof forward.
No, you're gonna make me cry.
What? No.
Dude, if you do not cry during those two parts of this movie, you have no heart.
Yeah, I think maybe that's why I didn't like this movie as a kid, because it was, it
made you feel feelings?
Yeah. And that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and that was kind of, you were looked down upon if you did that by your brethren at school. But, yeah, unlike another movie, which we'll talk about on another episode shortly, which is a little more happy-go-lucky. But yeah, but like this, and it also gave me like, I would compare it a little bit to the Dark Crystal, because they both have these dark tones to them.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Although the Dark Crystal was
fantasy.
Officially a Muppet film, whereas this was not. And this was, I think, if I read correctly, was made entirely in Germany.
Yes.
By Wolfgang Petersen.
Wolfgang Petersen.
Which is interesting choice of director, because the movie he made before this was a World War II movie called Das Boot. About
I didn't know.
Yeah, a German, and I know how much you love submarine movies.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, but that was a World War II submarine film from the point of view of a German U-boat crew.
Das Boot.
Das Boot. German for the boat. Das Boot. But yeah, he directed this film, and anyway, I'll let you continue.
Where would you like me to start? Do you want me to
Just with
tell
the
the
film.
whole thing? Are you trying to get me to talk more?
Well, no.
Have we got
I just,
notes?
Yeah. Well, I just it was your selection, so I thought maybe you'd have a
Oh.
little more to say about the film.
Well, what is there to say about this film? It's like the best. So you start off and you are following around this little kid named Bastian, whose mom just died.
Yeah, not Sebastian, just
Bastian.
Just Bastian. But
Bastian.
Is that just he didn't like being called Sebastian, so he just shortened it to Bastian?
I think it's just Bastian.
Really?
Yeah.
I never met a Bastian before.
I might be regional, could be German.
Okay.
It is a German work.
Yeah,
German.
but not necessarily, but not supposed to take place in Germany, but it's just made
Right.
in Germany.
Right.
So. As if you watch the credits, I do, because I'm kind of a weirdo like that. But like all the names are, most of them are German, not all of them. But yeah, that'll give it away.
Yeah.
Lots of Uves and Uders and those kind of names.
So many umlauts.
And Gunters and that's good. Yep.
What are all those dots doing on the letters?
Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry. Anyways, this little kid is an outcast, and he's bullied, and he just lost his mom, and he's feeling very, very sad. So what does he do? He hides in a bookshop and steals a book, as you do when you're.
But
10,
there's a reason
12,
he went into the
10?
bookshop, though.
Yeah, because the bullies wouldn't go there.
Yeah, because that's like kryptonite to them, shoving a book in their face, because they don't read. They don't read good some.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but
They don't know books.
we should talk a little bit about the breakfast scene, though.
Oh,
Because,
the orange juice with an egg? That breakfast scene?
well, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Well, he likes Rocky. I mean,
I guess.
although I don't think Rocky put orange juice in his eggs.
No, he just ate them
He
raw.
just like,
Drink.
but no, the dad was another movie we talked about on another show by the name. I would say there weren't a lot of big names in this movie, but I did recognize the dad because he was big on TV at the time. Mr. Gerald McCraney from,
Major Dad.
well, yes.
It's always going to be Major Dad.
Oh.
You may know him from something else.
Yeah.
For me, it's Major
For you,
Dad.
it's Major Dad. I was going to say, like, in '84, Simon and Simon was big deal on TV.
I wouldn't know I was one.
Yeah. It was well, kids, Simon and Simon was a cop show on CBS in the early '80s, and I forget who played the other Simon guy, and that's why I thought it was funny when we talked about the A-Team, how Gerald McCraney was in the remake of the A-Team, but he was technically competition for the A-Team when it was on television in the '80s by being on another network with detectives. So that's why I thought that was funny.
That is funny.
Yeah. But anyway,
He's still Major Dad.
yeah, TV's Major Dad. So yeah, a bookstore.
A bookstore.
Hiding from bullies.
And he steals a book called The Neverending Story.
Yes.
Goes to school, but decides not to go to school, hides in the attic, and reads the book. And that's the entire movie.
Pretty much. But the guy who runs the bookstore, I think if they were to cast that part now, they would cast me.
You?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of,
Crotchety old man?
I'm getting there. I'm this far away from get off my lawn mode. It's like, this is a bookstore. The arcade's
You
down
don't
the
know.
street.
None of these have any boopity boops.
Yeah. Beepity bops, beepity boops.
What was the name of the store? Did you catch it?
No, I did not.
I want to say that when he answered the phone, he said Ollivander's.
Is that a real store?
No, but they used it in Harry Potter.
Oh, interesting. Is that the
That's the wand
Diagon Alley bookstore?
It's the wand store down the other road.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've read the Harry Potter books.
Well, maybe you should work
Anyways.
on that. Yeah.
Okay, I'm good. I don't need to read them again.
Yeah.
Eh.
Well, yeah.
Ollivander had the wand store. He was played by John Hurt. Yeah.
The War Doctor.
Yes.
And the guy who gave birth to Alien. Literally
Yep.
gave birth to Alien.
Twice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Spaceballs, I forgot.
Again.
Not again. Yeah, so he steals the book and he's kind of has a habit of not doing well in school, supposedly, and he gets to school late. He sees he has a math test, and rather than like try to make good on the math test, he just goes and hides in. I guess I don't know. I wouldn't call it a supply closet.
No, it was
But it's some kind of
definitely like an
storage.
attic, like a storage attic of a school.
And conveniently, there's one of those skeletons in it that biology teachers use, and just sits at the front of the class to like educate people.
To scare you in jump scares.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
that and trees and lightning
And candles.
and candles. But he goes up there and he starts reading this book, and it is about the great land of Fantasia, but it is dying because of nothing.
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
Literally. Or sometimes they call it the nothing.
It's the nothing.
The nothing,
It's definitely the nothing. And the first characters you meet are some dude in his racing snail. Did he have a name?
No, but I thought that was a cool idea.
The racing snail?
Yeah, because no one thinks of snails as being fast.
Oh, yeah.
But here they're like fast.
It really is a racing snail.
Yeah. And not only that, the other guy has a bat.
A stupid bat.
Yeah, but he uses, this is what's, I don't know if they would come up with this idea now, but, because everything's computer generated, but they had the bat, and the bat had like a harness on it so he could use it as a hang glider. Thought, wow, what a cool idea.
Oh, this movie's great.
Yeah,
I love this movie.
yeah.
And the
Deep
Nighthawk
Roy.
with a bat, Deep Roy and his racing snail, and then the rock biter.
Deep Roy from
Lots of things.
lots of things. Flash Gordon.
Okay.
He was the pet in Flash Gordon. He was in Star Wars. He's been in Star Trek. He's been in Doctor
Willy
Who.
Wonka.
Willy Wonka. He's been in tons of stuff. Yeah.
Yes. It's like from what? Everywhere.
Yeah.
Lots of places.
Lots of places. Yeah.
So they're all going to the Ivory Tower to see the childlike empress who can save the world.
Now, did they say that the empress is a child to begin with?
Her title is the childlike empress.
Okay, because I wasn't sure if they gave that away early on or not. Because they get to the not too far ahead, but the end of the movie, you would see, oh, it's a kid
It's a child.
that speaks in kind of
Very much childlike.
speaks in kind of a creepy voice, like, "You're not welcome here, Mr. Torrance." You know, that kind of voice. And
He's been with you this whole time.
yeah. But, and then we must send for, because the creature design in this movie is really good. Like the people with three faces, and sometimes the faces share an eyeball, and that kind of thing.
There is so much with the different creatures and the different races in this that they don't even get into because this is based on a book. And the book goes through all the different areas of Fantasia, and like there's just so much creature design that you only get glimpses of in this movie, and they're all amazing.
Yeah, I sometimes kept calling it Eternia instead of Fantasia.
That's a different place.
Yeah, from a different franchise.
There's no Castle Grayskull.
No. Eternia, Fantasia, Eternia. Well, Fantasia is actually, it's a Disney movie though, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, with Mickey Mouse. Fantasia?
Different Fantasia. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Was this like a homage to the Disney Fantasia by
No.
naming it that? No.
No. I don't believe so. I think they just said, "Oh, what can we do?" Spoilers for the whole entire thing. How can we name
How that we do that here.
fantasy
Yeah.
and make it a like your imagination and your fantasy world? How can we make that an actual world? Fantasy, Fantasia, perfect.
Okay.
I think that was their whole thought process.
All right.
You really do.
I just wasn't sure. That's all. But, yeah, and then someone says, we need to send for Atreyu.
Atreyu.
But
They're like,
but
well,
they-
the
but
band
they're
is not
surpri-
going to be a thing for a couple years yet.
But
so
they don't, they act surprised, like, well, if they know who Atreyu is, don't they know he's a younger person? Because
They just knew he was a warrior.
that's it.
That's it.
But they never
only
seen him.
had, Nope.
None of those people had ever seen him before.
No. Why would they have to? They wouldn't have to see them. They don't have any visual communication. It was all verbal for the most
Wouldn't
part.
they see him on the way to like the market or something to get his?
Do you
I
think
don't
they
know.
often go to the Plain of Purple Buffalo?
I don't know. What does it taste like?
A purple buffalo?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Does it taste like a purple Whopper like they have in Japan?
Possibly.
Yeah.
It might. Do you think it produces purple milk? A purple cow?
No.
You ever had a purple cow? No.
No.
Grape flavored milk? Good times.
Sounds kind of disgusting.
It kind of
Well, can it be worse than blue milk?
Depends on what they use for blue.
Yeah. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Anyway, Atreyu comes in, and they're all like, he's just a boy. And he's like, well, whatever you sent for me.
Well, he's the best we got because we got
He's-
nothing else.
The Empress
Yeah.
said that we needed him, and so go. Here's an Orin, and go find a cure.
Even though they don't know what that is.
Yeah, nobody knows anything at all
No.
about anything.
Question,
And he's
though.
like, cool.
What did you know that there was a heavy metal band named Atreyu?
Yes,
You did.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
I have no other story here. I just knew that there was one, and they're kind of intense.
Oh, just wait till you rewatch this and you hear my reference.
Okay. And then I actually know the well, not personally, but I recognize the actor who plays Atreyu.
Yeah.
Noah Hathaway.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, no relation to Anne Hathaway. But
Don't believe so.
he was actually the child in Battlestar Galactica, the original Battlestar Galactica, and he had a pet called a Daggett, which is basically a robotic teddy bear.
Nice.
Yeah, which I thought was kind of cute at the time.
He upgraded to a horse.
He upgraded to a horse and, yeah, just a horse. Well, and a very white furry dragon, which was
Yes.
kind of interesting too. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, he's off.
He's
he
off
doesn't,
on
he
his
doesn't know what he's
quest.
He's kind of like, this was, and I think this was kind of made before the U2 had that big song, I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For. Because that's basically what he's doing. He's out looking for something, but he doesn't know what it is.
Yeah. It's your basic D&D campaign. He laughs. I'm actually running a D&D campaign based on
Where
Neverending
you
Story
don't,
right
you're
now.
running around, but you don't know what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. So he takes off. He has to go through this. This is the Swamp of Sadness.
Yes.
I think it's called.
That's exactly what it is.
And basically, if you get sad, you kind of die.
You sink. You
You
sink
sink.
into the swamp of sadness.
Which is that's what I don't understand about the scene with the horse. So the horse sinks,
Yeah.
but how does the horse get sad?
You don't think horses can feel emotions?
But why would he get sad though?
Because you're on this quest and they haven't found what they're looking for. He's giving up into despair.
Well,
See,
I guess.
Atreyu is the one that's courageous and doesn't care. He's just he's on this quest and he's
Yeah.
gonna
He's
see it
forthright,
through.
yeah.
But Artax, the horse, is just like, it's hopeless, buddy. And then he sinks into the swamp, and it's so sad. And just like,
Yeah, it is sad. But he gets redeemed. Not that we're giving away too much, but
yeah,
yeah.
he does. Because you got to bring him back. It's his horse, man.
Yeah.
It's his only friend.
Yeah. Well, he makes more friends along the way,
Yeah.
sort of.
Like Morla, the ancient one. They were not friends.
No. Who is this? You think it's just this big, not a hill, but what would you call that? Mound
Mound,
sticking out on like a,
giant rock.
yeah, and then all of a sudden it rises out of there. Oh, like, oh, it's a giant turtle
It's a giant turtle.
who really is allergic to kids or something, but probably kids.
Probably kids. Maybe just
Yeah.
humans in general. Well, he's not human. Because they needed a human child. They mentioned
Yeah.
that. And he's like, well, where do I find one?
Yeah. Like, I first heard that. We need a human child. What do you mean, like, to sacrifice to your God?
Yes.
Yes. Like,
Exactly.
that sounds horrifying. And then so he says, well, you got to go to this place. It's like
Southern Oregon.
It's like
10,000
10,000
miles
miles
away.
away. Yes. It's like, well, how's he going to get there? Well,
By luck.
by or a plot device. This giant dragon comes and
luck
picks him
dragon.
up
Plot
and
device.
magically
Giant MacGuffin.
saves him just in time from being eaten by this giant wolf.
Yes.
Yes.
Gamork.
Yeah. Is that his name?
Gamork.
Gamork?
Yes.
Okay.
With an apostrophe.
Oh.
G''MORK.
Now, do you know this from reading trivia, or is this from the book? Or combination of both?
From watching a lot of television with captions and planning a D&D campaign based in Fantasia.
Oh, interesting.
I seriously am doing that right now.
You watch this movie with the captions on?
I watch all movies with captions on.
Why?
Because I like to read.
If you like to read, then why aren't you reading the book instead of watching the movie?
Because sometimes I don't have that much time.
Okay.
Also,
nothing wrong with that. No.
Second reason I watch a lot of foreign television and I need subtitles. And third reason is I grew up watching a lot of British comedies,
Sure.
dramas, and just TV shows. And I need captions because sometimes the accents are a little too much for me.
Yeah, that Cockney can be a little severe.
Yeah, it's like,
sometimes.
what did he just? Okay, that's what he just said.
Blimey, governor, so once it. I'm like, what? Yeah, that's sure. You go, buddy. Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I think maybe the one weakness in this movie was the voiceover work with the puppets, because it's
Little rubber lipping going on.
Yeah, the syncing didn't quite. Well, I mean, it was hard to do with that kind of back then. It'd probably be easier to do now. We'll see now. If they did it now, that whole movie would be CGI. There'd be no puppets or anything like that.
Yeah, they don't need to remake this movie. Do not remake this movie.
Yeah.
I mean it. Don't even remake the sequels that should not exist.
Yeah,
that do not exist.
I have not seen any of those, but every.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah. How many do they make? 3?
Well, there was 2 with Jonathan Brandis, and the third one had Jack Black, and then there was a short-lived TV show on HBO.
Wasn't Will Wheaton in one of those?
I don't think so.
No? I thought he was.
No.
No? Okay.
I don't know, though.
All right.
But I don't think he was.
Yeah, because the dragons kind of talk like this. Fine. You know. Oh, it's nice to have a new friend. You know.
Can you do me a favor? Scratch behind my right ear.
Yeah.
That's a spot. It's like, well, you're creepy.
See, like my mom's pets don't even say that. They just lick your face and say, I expect you to know what I want by me licking your face. That's kind of how that works. So, but yeah, and then he has to cross this, what was it called again? The Southern Oracle?
Yes, there are several gates to get to the Southern Oracle. The first gate was the Trial of Courage. Self-courage. Actually, they're all kind of courageous trials.
Yeah, which basically means if you can go through it without getting killed by these laser beams that come out of the eyes of these
sphinxes, look into your soul to see if you find yourself worthy, which most people don't find themselves worthy, so I don't know how anybody's supposed to get through this trial. But they watch some guy in really shiny armor try to go through, and he just gets blasted.
Yeah. I see that, and I hear like the frog getting run over by car sound from Frogger.
Atreyu watches this and goes, I'm going to do it. Crazy kid.
Yeah, what does he know? He's a kid.
Yeah, exactly. And he gets about halfway through and then starts to doubt himself, but he makes it anyways by doing a little tuck and roll, like he's going through Indiana Jones' temple.
Yeah,
the third one.
And then he finds out, this is where he finds out he needs the child.
Yeah. He doesn't quite get it, though. Atreyu doesn't.
No.
Yeah, because the second one is the mirror cave, where you look into the mirrors and you find your true self. And he looks into the mirror and he sees Bastian reading a book. And Bastian's reading this going, and he sees a child with a blanket on his head reading a book. And goes, what? That's me.
And then he runs into that wolf again.
Gamork.
Yeah, who you do find out is not just some random hound looking for a meal. He actually is an agent of the Nothing, who's You know, ooh, I'm surprised he didn't have more agents. Just the one.
Just
agent.
the one. Well, there
Or
were
were there
other.
more in the book?
There are more in the book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there are more in the book. Gamork is just the main one and the one that lasts the longest.
Okay.
Even though he gives up and sticks himself in a wall.
Yeah.
It's not really explained what he's doing there in the wall, but it's a great jump scare.
It is.
It's just like, there's a picture of a wolf in a wall, turn, there's a wolf in a wall. Ah.
Yeah, and then eventually Bastion becomes the
Aware?
aware and the cure, and he gets the grain of sand, and like everything else in life, you take it with a grain of dirt. And he fixes, it gets fixed, and the horse comes back, and then he gets to get the bullies back with his new dragon friend. So, the end.
The end.
Close the book. All right. All right. Oh, are you familiar with the TV show Stranger Things? Have you seen season 3?
I've seen bits of it.
Okay.
Not.
Because
Yeah.
there's towards the end of the series, one of the kids needs a favor from his girlfriend that he met at science camp, and she won't do the favor until he sings the
theme song.
the
from
theme
Neverending
song
Story?
from Neverending
I've
Story.
seen this bit.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I wasn't
No, I know what
sure,
you're
but
talking
it's
about.
a really funny bit. I like that a lot.
It's a great song.
Yeah, Limal,
Lamal.
or is it Lamal? Lamal.
I pronounce it Lamal, but I honestly don't know.
Yeah, what a head of hair on that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know where he's from? Like, what band he's from?
Oingo Boingo?
No.
No.
Kajagoogoo. You were close.
Oh, well, I had all the verbs or the vowels right.
You had
Okay.
all the letters. No.
Yeah.
Oingo Boingo was Danny Elfman's band.
Yeah, that's right. Kajagoogoo, Oingo Boingo, Oingo Boingo, Kajagoogoo. What planet am I on? I don't know. All right. Time to grade the movie. So, Erin, the student has handed you the paper. What grade do you give the Neverending Story, even though it's not a math test?
Not a math test?
No.
Good.
No math test.
So I don't think I would have done well on that math test.
No.
Who am I kidding? I do well on math tests. I give it an A. Are we kidding? Like, we didn't know this was going to happen.
Yeah.
I give a lot of A's.
Yeah, she does give a lot of A's.
Everything's good.
I was pleasantly surprised by this. I kind of forgotten a lot of it because it's just been so long since I've seen it, but I liked it a lot. I'm going to give it an A-.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun, well made, except just the the mouthing thing. That's the only really fault I found with the movie. And I don't think they would make this movie now with like this. It would be all CGI.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And they'd
All right.
probably give her a better name
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
instead of just noises and wind.
Okay, that wraps it up. So until next time, I'm Drew,
I'm Erin.
and the story never ends.
Cable television is the swellest thing they got.